Security cameras are there to keep us safe, but what was caught on these cameras have made owners more paranoid and terrified. Creepy creatures sighted, aliens caught on camera, and other scary oddities. These are times when creepy creatures were caught by security cameras. A man was exploring an abandoned building and instantly regretted it when he came face to face with an otherworldly being. As he was checking out the roofless rooms, a creature popped up in one of the windows. Humanoid with rotting grayish skin and horns on its head. The entity looked like nothing he had ever seen before. When it spotted the guy, it followed him out and let out a chilling scream, sending the man running. The video cuts off there and no one knows what went down there. Close call. This footage is from 2008, and a few friends decided to explore an abandoned house in an unknown location. They opened the door to reveal a terrifying cryptid running towards them. It crawled on all fours and got just a few feet in front of them, and they barely escaped. Doorbell camera sighting. A resident in Mexico shared some strange footage online. It captured a figure lurking right outside the man's door. The extraterrestrial ducked behind the wall just as the guy opened the door and looked around, and found nothing. The encounter ends right there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hotel intruder. This guy was checking out of a room, but he wasn't alone. Someone had followed him into the hotel. This CCTV footage captured a bizarre shadow that can be seen creeping up behind the guy. Short and stubby. There's something very unusual about the humanoid figure. While you might think that could be a child, well, kids don't just fade out like that now, do they? My best guess would be this was one of those shadow creatures described in legends. Playful and mischievous, but sometimes quite menacing. Mind control. You won't be able to guess what happens in this video. A gray alien that was small in size, wearing black suit, was caught in someone's backyard. When the homeowner appeared, that is when something unbelievable happened. Instead of staying away, he got close to the alien and stopped right in front of it. Then, the alien placed its hand on his forehead. After a brief moment, the man just walked away like nothing happened. Intruder. Back in 2006, in Pensacola, Florida, a man's camera caught something beyond creepy. The only light came from his open door, where a short, skinny, humanoid figure appeared, peeking in. As the figure crept into the room, its slender leg and oblong, alien-like head came into view. The man slept through the whole thing and woke up unharmed. But after reviewing the footage, he was utterly terrified. Guess who won't be sleeping with their door open anymore? CCTV rake. A scary footage was released from California that showed some unknown creature walking in the distance. The creature was freakishly tall and did not look like any animal ever seen before. The homeowner who witnessed it described the creature to resemble something like this here. Netizens called it a rake that somehow deformed, or perhaps was a hybrid of some kind. It's scary to know a rake lives near your house. Tiny alien race. In one clip, a woman recording herself accidentally caught shadows creeping in the background. The figures were barely knee-high. Then there's another video. A kid playing with a ball ran into something that sent him scrambling. What spooked him? A tiny bipedal figure that was caught just briefly on camera. The videos have left many wondering if there's way more to this planet than we've ever imagined. Bedroom creeper. He forgot to close his house door, and this creeped inside his bedroom. Unaware of what was stalking him in his sleep, the rake searched for anything to eat, someone to prey on. This rake was also distorted in an unbelievably bizarre way, and its limbs looked crooked. It got close to the bed, but the video ended, making everyone wonder what happened. Forest mystery. A nighttime forest exploration turned chilling when a man stumbled upon an eerie scene. He spotted a slender, otherworldly being crouched on the ground, feasting on something. Its unnatural movements and skeletal frame were terrifying. As it noticed the man, it rose quickly, darting into the bushes with alarming speed. For a moment, it seemed ready to charge, but fortunately, it disappeared into the shadows. The video is enough to make anyone think twice about venturing into the woods after dark. Spooky business. This man kept on hearing weird sounds in his kitchen, so he decided to mount a camera to get to the bottom of it. A few days later, he caught something seriously creepy on tape. The footage showed a mysterious figure peeking out from behind the counter. Most of it stayed hidden, but the little you can see is enough to send chills down your spine. It was making these strange breathing sounds, and by morning, there was no sign of it. So, what could it be? A prank or an extraterrestrial visitor? Creepy entity. A CCTV camera captured something on a dark street that'll give you chills. The footage shows a figure strolling past, but it had no upper body, just legs, and its gait was totally off, like it was struggling to walk properly. Now, there are only two ways to explain this. Either it's some kind of supernatural entity, or the camera had a major glitch. People online are split. Some think it's the spirit of someone who suffered a tragic fate, while others are convinced it's just a clever editing job meant to prank us all. What's your guess? Trespasser. A homeowner was startled by strange noises coming from his backyard late at night. As he went to investigate, he spotted something that left him frozen in fear. A small figure with greenish skin and enormous black eyes, peeking out from behind the bushes. Before he could get a closer look, the creature darted behind the house and vanished into the darkness. Despite his efforts to track it down, the mysterious being was never found. Stories of similar sightings began surfacing online, with others claiming they'd encountered similar entities. Could these be signs of an alien presence quietly observing us from the shadows? Close your doors. This is exactly why you should throw the locks on your windows the moment it gets dark. Home security camera captured footage of a woman gathering her clothes from the line, and as she turned around, a pale, humanoid figure appeared, passing by the open door. It was hunched down on all fours. Its eerie, almost translucent skin had people convinced it wasn't human. Many believed it was the legendary Rake, a creature known for its terrifyingly thin, pale body and unsettling movements. Jump scare. While exploring an abandoned building, a group of friends stumbled upon something terrifying. In one room stood a skeletal creature with large black eyes and sickly green skin. Just as startled as they were, it let out a chilling scream. When the group shone a flashlight into its eyes, the creature recoiled as if blinded. The friends didn't wait to see what would happen next. They bolted, leaving the creature and the building behind. American Alien. Back in 2018, an American resident made headlines when he claimed to have captured evidence of an alien encounter. And honestly, the footage he shared was wild. The viral clip showed a strange, bulbous head peeking through his window. Its huge, jet-black eyes and the fact that it blinked gave the video an eerie level of authenticity. This wasn't your usual static prop. It looked like something alive. The man who filmed it believed the alien had just landed and was now asking for money for this capture. Strange, but fair. Finally caught. On July 17, 2003, Stan Romanek and his wife decided to set up the camcorder and pointed it toward the window. What they managed to capture terrified them. A small, gray, alien-like figure with large black eyes was seen peering through the window, while moving its head and making gestures like a human being. Stan then moved towards the window, but the alien quickly hid itself and started running away. Once the video surfaced, it was believed to be authentic evidence of alien contact, while some questioned its credibility. However, Stan, who claims to be an abductee, said it's real. Alien abduction.
A man walks out of a house, and in an instant, it looks like he's beamed up to outer space.
Back in 2020, a security camera clip from Houston showed a man casually stepping out of his house. Nothing unusual, until suddenly he whooshes straight up into the sky and vanishes. This wild incident led to all sorts of speculation, with many convinced it was an alien abduction caught on tape. The man later appeared on the news, insisting it was just a glitch in the camera. No aliens, no abduction, just a recording issue. But conspiracy theorists believe he was abducted, and this man is now an alien in disguise.
So it stopped recording, and you had walked out of frame, and it looked like you disappeared.
Nightmarish creature. The footage shows a horrifying creature crawling on the bed as someone shone a flashlight at it. Its twisted, nightmare-inducing features looked straight out of a horror movie. Naturally, the internet was buzzing with speculation. Some dismissed it as CGI. Others weren't so sure, believing the creature could be real. Either way, maybe double-check your room before hitting the lights tonight, just to be safe. Creepy clown. If there's something you don't want in your backyard, it's a twisted, creepy-looking clown. A Pennsylvania local had mounted a trail camera near his house so that he could observe animal behavior. But what he actually caught was bone-chilling. The clown noticed the camera and made sure he was being recorded because he wanted to scare the locals and quite possibly even send out a warning not to come to his area. Many people were left horrified, and after the scary incident, the clown was never seen again. Captured alien. An eerie video reveals a terrified, alien-like creature being held captive by the person recording it. For the first time, the tables have turned, but in the worst possible way. The creature, looking helpless and harmless, doesn't seem to pose any threat. However, nearly 3 months before this footage surfaced, a trail camera captured a mysterious figure in the same area. Locals in Argentina now believe these beings are one and the same, raising questions about their true nature and intentions. Look away. Not for the faint of heart. This thing was found inside of a sink in America, and it looks like something they'd feed you in hell. But in my opinion, it looks like the sink was of an abandoned house, and these are tubifex worms. Let me know if I am right on this in the comments below. Exploration gone wrong.
Shh, did you hear that?
These urban explorers saw something so frightening, they had to run out of this abandoned asylum immediately. Whatever it was could not be identified in time because of how terrified the explorers were. The camera wasn't stable when they encountered this grotesque entity. Monster in pipes. If you hear unusual sounds inside your home, Chances are, this is behind them. This disgusting monster has 2 mouths and makes your skin crawl, doesn't it? But lucky for us, this is fake, hopefully. Slithering inside. An eel-like creature was entering this home in Italy. It was massive in size, so it's shocking how it managed to slither in. But how did it even get there? The owners are going to be so shocked to see it inside. It will be terrifying for sure. It's really there.
Oh yeah, I see her. Come here, little kitty.
The rumors of a creepy creature turned out to be true when this paranormal team went to investigate. In the basement, they came face to face with glowing eyes, and they ran out of there.
Stop.
Ghost inside room.
Are you sure? I don't think so. What's that?
Brother and sister were playing Just Dance when the camera captured a ghostly apparition, stalking them from behind the door. He went to investigate and saw this creepy spirit woman on top of their stairs, so they ran out of the house immediately.
Up there! It's called Susan!
Dark house entity. A homeowner decided to investigate strange noises coming from the basement, only to encounter a shadowy figure that briefly peeked out from behind the wall. It looked humanoid, but was unusually short, and when he finally got to the basement, the figure had completely vanished. This left him thoroughly spooked, and it was an actual encounter with an otherworldly entity. Nightmare creature. A family enjoying their meal, when in the background, something very sinister appeared. A humanoid hand, thin with unnervingly long fingers that turned into sharp claws, emerged from behind the curtain. It clutched the fabric for a few seconds, then vanished as quickly as it appeared. The family seemed completely unaware of their creepy guest. Maybe a monster, or maybe something far more terrifying. Creepy figure. A mysterious figure was discovered, wrapped tightly in fabric, standing completely still with no sign of movement or reaction. When the eerie footage went viral, speculation ran wild. One observant viewer noticed that the ropes around the figure seemed untied. Some theorized it could be a ghost, trapped within the cloth and unable to break free. Others said it was something sinister. Breaking in. Late at night, when everyone was asleep, an eerie figure appeared at the window. It didn't just peek inside, it slid its long fingers under the window, slowly cranking it open, squeezing itself through the small gap. The skin was so unlike a human, and not even something remotely close to an animal. It was a dark color, and its glowing eyes were so scary. The clip cuts off right there. The family claimed nothing was taken, so it couldn't be a homeless intruder or robber. Then what was it? Caught in the act. In 2014, a shocking event unfolded for Chinese residents just miles from their homes. They reportedly witnessed a massive UFO grounded nearby, with an alien stepping out of an open hatch. The figure moved cautiously, as if studying its surroundings. When it noticed the locals watching, it panicked, scrambled back inside, and the craft shot into the sky. Footage of the event left people demanding answers, but none have come. The incident remains one of the most compelling and unsettling UFO sightings to date. Disturbing footage. They managed to capture something inside their home when it was caught spying on them through the windows of the house. Something happened in the middle, and suddenly, this creature, identified to be a rake, was on the ground. The other guy ran away, leaving his brother behind. Viewer discretion is advised for this next part. It kept on going after the person behind the camera who dropped the device, but it captured some skin-crawling moments like this. He passed out, and then the rake went after the other guy. Some say this video was uploaded to show what happened.
Oh God.
Road crawler. Driving home late one evening, two men in Uganda stumbled upon a bizarre scene. In the middle of the road, a ghostly figure crawled on all fours, but not in any normal way. Its movements were unsettlingly backward, and its face was completely upside down. Instead of driving off in panic, the men did something unexpected. They stopped the car and started recording. The figure moved a few steps toward them, its unnerving crawl making the moment all the more surreal. Pale figure. A camping trip for a group of friends took an otherworldly turn when one of them was woken up by strange noises. Equipped with their flashlight, they went to investigate, and to their horror, a pale humanoid figure emerged from a tree in the distance. It was slender and walked strangely, as if tiptoeing, and soon disappeared behind another tree, paying the shocked friends no mind. What could this mysterious figure possibly be? Many believed it was an alien taking refuge in the woods. Others believed it was a skinwalker, but nothing can be said for sure. In the shadows. A homeowner dealing with a random power issue ended up facing something way worse. Thinking it was just his dog chilling on the bed, he didn't give it much thought until a flash of light illuminated its face. And let me tell you, it was not something you'd want to see when the lights are out. It had human features, but those glowing eyes, definitely not normal. Totally freaked out, the guy called the police, but when they arrived, the room was empty. No trace of anything out of the ordinary. Honestly, what could it have been? An alien? A spirit? Or something we can't even explain? Masked crawler. A chilling video emerged late at night, showing a man crawling on his knees through a dark, shadowy forest. His face was concealed behind a terrifying mask, adding to the eerie mystery of why he was moving through the woods in such a disturbing manner. Viewers were left both confused and unsettled as the masked figure silently wandered through the forest. Even more haunting is the claim that this masked crawler still haunts the woods of Wyoming. Men in Black. A doorbell camera captured an unsettling scene that left viewers baffled. Two men in dark suits stood at a door, knocking insistently even though there were no signs of anyone inside. But the real shock wasn't their persistence. It was the strange object hovering behind them. Many believed it to be a UFO, adding a layer of mystery to the incident. Speculation grew, with some claiming the men might not even be human, but aliens disguised as people. Their odd behavior and bizarre objects fueled endless theories. Whether they were visitors or something else entirely, the incident remains a chilling reminder that not everything is as it seems. Farm terror.
What the hell is that?
Not all farms are cozy vibes. This one was downright eerie. A woman visiting her grandfather's farm with her dog experienced something unsettling that quickly spiraled into a full-blown nightmare. It started with strange, unexplainable noises echoing through the night. Then, her dog mysteriously vanished without a trace. Taking it upon herself, she decided to go find the culprit. As she moved through the tall stalks, her light caught something, a shadowy figure lurking just out of reach. When the beam landed on it, the entity ducked, as if desperate to avoid being seen. Whatever it was, the sight was too much for her, and she bolted back to safety, leaving the mystery unsolved. What that thing was is anybody's guess.
What the hell is that?
Mystery creature. A local out exploring the woods in Argentina ran into more than he bargained for, hoping for an encounter with a wild animal. He got something straight out of this world. It was a short humanoid creature lurking in the tall grass. The guy only managed to capture a brief video of the entity before he fled in panic. Although there isn't much that can be seen in the clip, the guy reported that the creature looked like an old and ugly dwarf. This has led to a heated online debate, from mythical creatures to aliens. People can't decide what this actually could be. El Pomberito. Two friends playing in the forest stumbled across something that made them freeze. The figure they caught on camera was barely taller than a toddler, holding a stick for support. It looked otherworldly, to say the least. These friends ran away and told everyone. Locals were quick to claim it was the elusive Pombero, finally captured on film. But two friends, both young, were in the playground. It's possible this entire scene was in fact staged. Uninvited guest.
Ain't nobody in the other room.
This granny was home alone when something uncanny came knocking at her door. Glowing eyes, thick lips, and dark skin. The creature was nothing like any of us had ever seen. It peered in from the screen door, as if spying on the elderly lady who was totally spooked by the entity. She reported that this wasn't the first time it had paid her a visit, and now she's more convinced than ever she encountered something supernatural.
What do you need? I don't even know who you are.
Alien being. A guy was filming a hillside and saw something between the trees. It was a massive humanoid figure that appeared out of nowhere. Its limbs were unnaturally long, and its upper body was hulking, giving off a truly unsettling vibe. What's even stranger is the way it moved. Sluggish, almost like it was sleepwalking. The clip quickly went viral, leaving many convinced this was an alien sighting, with its features being unmistakably non-human. Even skeptics had to pause for a second to rethink their stance. What do you think this could have been? Strange guest. Late-night CCTV recording from a restaurant in Cumberland County captured a shocking visual. A strange figure emerged from the shadows, walking toward the building with an air of purpose. It paused at the window, peering inside, as if deciding whether to go further or leave. What made the sight even more unsettling was its movement. Its hands moved in an odd, almost unnatural way, unlike anything you'd expect from known animals. After a brief moment of hesitation, the figure turned and disappeared back into the darkness, vanishing as mysteriously as it had arrived. Behind the tree. A shocking footage shows something hiding behind the tree trunks. A strange figure, barely visible in the dim light. It only appeared for a moment, but what the cameraman recorded was unmistakable. A bulbous head, jet black eyes. Sounds like an alien. He didn't stick around to get a closer look and bolted for home, leaving everyone else to debate what he saw. Creature running. A homeowner captured a mysterious incident on camera after hearing strange noises coming from her living room. While recording, a small grayish-white figure ran across the screen. Although the footage is blurry, you can make out the creature's elongated and oval-shaped head. This convinced the homeowner it was in fact an alien that was standing on the windowsill before it jumped out. The shock caused her to accidentally stop recording, but she later said that she also saw a blur going through the sky, and then disappeared. Stuck creature. I know this video is very blurry, and the creature isn't that visible, but the reason might shock you. A man captured some bizarre footage right outside his house in the dead of the night. A creature seemed to be emerging from the ground. It has a humanoid shape, but its arms are ridiculously long, giving it an almost unnatural look. The creature appeared to be stuck in the dirt, struggling to free itself. Just before it managed to fully emerge, the man decided he'd had enough and got out of there. People are split on what this could be. Some think it's the ghostly spirit. Others think it's an extraterrestrial being that's burrowing underground and only comes out when the sun's down. Which caught on, Cam? People were terrified of going out at night in this town. That's when this group of friends decided to go see for themselves. At first there was nothing extraordinary, but then someone appeared in the top floor window. It was a humanoid with glowing eyes. Looked like a possessed entity that was evil in nature and intentions. A witch, perhaps. They quickly went upstairs to check, but there was no one there. And then the door mysteriously closed. Thankfully, it wasn't locked, so they managed to escape. The friends were sure they had run into a malevolent creature. Creepy fairy.
Let's have a look.
A dad was just hanging out in his backyard with his kids when they stumbled across this super weird nest that was giving off some serious bad vibes. Then, out of nowhere, a creepy flying creature that looks like a fairy fluttered out. It had a thin, almost bony body, and its wings were quite similar to a fairy, but just something very, very creepy. Pure nightmare fuel. The whole family freaked out and ran back inside, with the fairy right outside their window. Alien in home. According to the uploader, he was woken up in the middle of the night by a small figure he saw in his home. A classic gray alien with its unhuman-like gray skin, oversized head, and almond-shaped black eyes. As soon as it noticed him, the figure quickly ducked and disappeared. Subscribers' pick of the day is kinda chilling. Watch what happens in this video. This chilling video had Las Vegas police get a distressing call when the homeowner saw this lurking in his backyard. I can't even call it humanoid. It had a terrifying face with pointy claw, like hands that were definitely digging in the dirt. It was searching for something, maybe food, I don't know. This weird creature also had a skin-tight body that didn't seem to have a single hair on it, pale and unsettling looking. Whatever it was, it definitely spooked the homeowner, and he immediately called the cops, saying that they were terrified of this nefarious creature. What do you think it was? An alien, skinwalker, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.